So this is my introduction to YouTube. I kind of want to go over my goals for myself and for the channel, and why I'm here, and why obviously I want you to subscribe to me, and just kind of a little bit of a general overview about myself. So I love social media. I hate the fact that there's a bad connotation, a negative connotation to it. I really think that social media is a resource and it should be treated as such. It's not a place for you to go and put every, picture of Starbucks or every song you've ever listened to and the lyrics and the band, and I don't agree with that. However, I think that the people that you can reach out to and the people that you can get to know are amazing, and they have stories to share. And I'm not talking about dating. I'm not talking about you going to try and get pictures from someone or to casually flirt with them. That's not why I think social media is here. I think social media is here for us to find people that we can relate to that we wouldn't necessarily have the chance to meet in real life because of a distance issue, or I don't know, just other issues, other boundaries. I'm on Twitter. I love Twitter. I only have one account. It's an anonymous account, obviously not so much if you're watching now, but I've had the pleasure to meet these amazing ladies, and they give me amazing feedback, and they're really truthful with me, and they don't sugarcoat things when I ask them questions or if I'm having an issue. They've helped me through a lot, and I feel like I can go to them and get just advice that I don't trust my friends in real life to give because of other factors. Someone that has kind of been with me through everything is Sassy Newlywed. She is just my best friend on Twitter. I talk to her every day on the phone. She's now a bridesmaid, and we really aren't that much alike, I don't think, but her experiences and the advice that she's given me and the ways that she's helped me to grow and to look at life are completely amazing, and I wouldn't ever change it for the world. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So if you are on Twitter, go follow Sassy Newlywed. She's amazing. I love her, along with other ladies that I'll probably be talking about a little bit later in this segment. But also, why I'm on YouTube is because I feel like filming yourself and editing these videos and coming up with ideas, they teach you important skills. And you have to be able to speak eloquently, you have to be able to enunciate, and you have to be able to justify pretty much everything that you say unless you're going on a rant. And I want to get better at all of those things. I don't enunciate very well, and I stutter like nobody's business. So just the consistency and the eye contact that I'm going to struggle with for a while, and having your personality really come out and shine through while you're speaking, while you're trying to get a point across. That's really important, and I think that everyone should have the opportunity to learn and to really fine-tune these skills. So that's kind of my second reason for joining. And my third reason is I want to use this whole community as a way to get to know myself and to get some feedback. I don't really know what I want to do with my life. I'm 22 years old. I'm a senior in college. I have a career that I'm planning on pursuing after. But other than that, like, who am I really? What's my fashion sense? Because, I mean, I love this top, but I'm not a fashionista with my own style or my own way of doing anything, really. And I think that a lot of us have this issue, and we follow the trends, and we kind of follow the group, but we really don't have a place to come back to. And that's kind of what I want to focus on for me, because I want to be able to say, oh, that's definitely something that I would do, something I would wear. That is a me thing. So I want to kind of log my thoughts and log where I am versus where I'm going, and how am I going to get there, how have I changed that I don't want, how do I want to keep going. I don't know. Just, I want to work on myself, and I think this is a good way to do it. So a little bit more about me. I'm a senior in college. I'm 22 years old. I'm a history, social sciences, secondary education, kind of a double major, kind of not. It's kind of weird how my school does it, which means that I will be licensed in May to teach 6th grade through 12th grade. In history, in government, in all the social sciences like psychology, sociology, kind of all the fun electives from high school that you miss. I'm also a political science minor. I love government. I love the opinions, the ideas, the debates. I have a lot of thoughts on where I think our country should go, what I like in society and what I don't. So I'll probably be sharing those a little bit later as well. Also, I want to talk a little bit more about my work history, because I feel like that is a really defining characteristic that I have. When I'm working, I'm very busy, very structured, very type A person. When I'm at home, I'm very type B. I can kind of switch that on and off. So I started out at a country club where I did weddings and big banquets and fun luncheons and anything that had to do with a group of people. I was kind of in charge of that. And then also, after I went to college, like, I started being a seasonal worker there. But the hours were long. I started to have to miss weeks because I was a counselor at camp where I met my fiance. And it was kind of, the management was overturning, and I wasn't happy with the direction that it was going into, so I left there, and I was a nanny for a little while for 3 adorable little girls, and I'll probably talk about my experiences with that. I have a lot of thoughts on children, although many of the mommies on Twitter would hate me, because if you don't have children, you're really not supposed to have an opinion, which I understand. But there's the other side of that, where I'm also a part of this world, and I'm allowed to have an opinion on the way your child is acting very rudely and inappropriately in public, and I think that's the mom's issue. The child, I don't know, there's a disconnect, and I'm sure I'll get into that later on. So I went from that country club to a big name bridal chain, not David's Bridal, but another one, and I loved it. I love weddings, and that really let me get closer to these brides who were absolutely amazing, and I got to hear their stories and their plans for their wedding, and I got to make someone's day. I got to make women feel beautiful, and that was such a great experience for me. And if you are a person who's very fashionable and you love weddings and you love to be bubbly, that is something that I would really consider, because it's amazing. Just helping someone be that happy is wonderful. So I had to leave there because of a work environment issue. It got a little bit toxic and unprofessional, and so I didn't want to be a part of that. So I left and I went back to a different country club, and now I am working weddings again, and I'm so happy, and it's so beautiful, and it's really opening my eyes to things. It's kind of like 4 Weddings on TLC. I think it's on TLC, yeah. Where you get to witness all these things and you get to judge. I know that sounds really bad, but you get to look at what things work and what don't, and what I want to do for mine. And I'll discuss those at a later date as well, because this is just a brief overview, like I said. But also, I mentioned that I was engaged. He is my best friend, and I really can't say enough amazing things about him. He's nothing like what I thought I wanted, and I think that makes it even more perfect. And now I can't stop smiling. So he is currently working 2 jobs right now to try and get us into our own place as soon as possible, because right now we do live together, but we were offered a room in his parents' house, and they're absolutely amazing. We have both come out of, or are coming out of college. He's already done. I'm still working on my last year, like I mentioned. But we don't have any debt. We both kind of paid our way through with a little bit of help from our parents. So they really want to keep us debt-free until after the wedding, and then we kind of get to do that on our own. While we were in college, we did live on our own, but since we've been engaged, we took about 6 months still on our own, and then I moved in. So we have our wedding planned for July 2014, so it's coming up quicker than I would like to admit, but it is, and we have gotten a lot done, and that's probably going to be a part of my next segment. So if you're interested, subscribe and look out for it. A little bit more about me. I'm a huge reader. I love to read, I love to write, I love everything about literature. I started out as an English major with a creative writing minor, and I wish I would have kept the creative writing, but I didn't. So I switched to history. I still love history, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge dork when it comes to history. One of my favorite channels on YouTube is the Epic Rap Battles of History channel. I am obsessed. I have them as my ringtone. It's crazy. So one of my biggest goals in life is to be a writer and to get books published. So I'll be working on that as well. So if you guys have any feedback, any advice, this is my very first video, my very first time even trying YouTube. So I don't know, give me a shout out. Keep it polite, keep it constructive if you can, please. I would really appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions, you can email me at futuremiss, that's MRSW14@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you guys and kind of seeing where this takes me. So I hope you enjoyed my first video, and I look forward to hearing from all the feedback that I hope I'm gonna get. Bye!